ROLSS Limited was incorporated in the year 2010 to provide services, support services, predominantly to the upstream oil and gas industry. But with time, we have also diversified, and we do provide that to other sectors in the energy area, such as geothermal. And we have also recently diversified to provide similar services to corporates. Our mainstream services include manpower provision, whereby we provide manpower to companies, to oil and gas companies, geothermal companies, other companies in the energy sector. And we also provide training to the same industry. And we have now diversified to provide training to other corporate entities, be it banking, be it entities in the hotel industry, be it other entities in manufacturing, and the like. We also provide logistical support services, and logistics is a main revenue stream for us. We started this by providing land transportation, be it for personnel, be it for materials and equipment in the upstream oil and gas industry. We also provide the same in the geothermal sector. Recently, we have started providing that to corporate entities. We provide it to people in the banks. We provide it to manufacturing companies. We provide it to schools. We provide it to other private businesses. In the upstream oil and gas sector, we have gained a lot of experience in terms of providing safe, efficient, and quality land transport. We want to bring the same to the corporate world, and that is why we have made a decision as a company to move forward and diversify to these industries. There is a lot of gap in provision of safe, efficient, and quality land transportation in the country. And our aim is to come and close that gap and make sure that the customers are getting value for their money. And not only that, to make sure that the customers are getting operationally excellent. And operational excellence is a key pillar of Royal Oilfield Logistics Services and Supplies. And that is what we want to bring to your table. We also provide training. When we provide logistics, we make sure that our drivers are trained, our personnel handling logistics are trained. The training that we provide is high-end. We make sure that they are not only trained how to safely and defensively drive the vehicles, but we also make sure that they're trained on customer service, they're trained on customer care, they're trained on how they can safely handle the customers and the like. We also provide projects management. We provide projects management. We make sure that we come and take your projects. We take processes in your value chain. We take that process, bring it on board, assign it to people from our organization, and depending on whatever scope we agree with the clients, then we are able to execute those processes and deliver value to you or to your clients. In addition, we have invested a lot in our most important resource, which is the manpower. The employees that we have at ROLSS Limited and have been trained to a level that we feel we are comfortable and we are able to handle any kind of client, be it corporate, be it in our mainstay, which is the upstream oil and gas industry, be it in any other energy subsector section, such as power generation or the like. So our people have been trained. Each department has dedicated budgets for training. Each department has been vested with making sure that customer satisfaction is key and is part of their planning. Other than that, our management is committed to make sure that we deliver value to our clients as well. In our supply chain management, we make sure that we manage the whole process, right from initiation of when the customer places an order with us, be it an order of they need a vehicle, be it an order of that they need parts delivered, be it an order that they need personnel trained, or be it an order that they need people who they want to outsource to us. What happens is that we manage that process. We have people, even in the senior management level, who are dedicated to make sure that that process is looked into from an operational excellence perspective, from a quality perspective, that is. And make sure that after the completion of that project, there is a review of the project and how it was done, the lessons we have learned, what we can do to improve, and what we can do to make our customers happy. We do customer feedback. We make sure that we listen to the customer. They tell us where we have done things right, and where we could have had an opportunity to improve. And all these are processes that we have introduced to make sure that we serve our customers better and we bring value to whatever we do with them. Royal Oilfield will continue to provide services to the upstream oil and gas industry. We also continue to provide services to other energy subsectors, and with our new corporate diversification, whereby we provide such services to the corporates, we will make sure that we manage this and manage it in a way that we are going to be a world-class service provider to our clients.
We have over the years developed a financial model that works for us and also works for our client. Our objective is to overservice at a very cost-effective way that our clients are able to appreciate. And how we manage to do this is that we are able to spread our costs in such a way that we do not try to overprice our services. What we do is try and create a value addition process that help us, get the value in the long run because of the repeat business. We have been able to work with our client through this model that they also see the benefit of, and they always come back because of the quality of services we are offering them at a very affordable prices. So for example, if we hire out a vehicle to you, you are assured that the driver we are providing with the vehicle is properly trained to do that task, and he is actually trained to the international standards. The vehicle is well maintained and it's maintained to comply with the international standard, but we also afford to give you a package that is competitive to the local market. So we're giving you international quality of service, but at a very affordable rate. And that's how we have managed to grow our business. Everybody likes quality and they appreciate it. And that is anchored on our financial model that is aimed in realizing the real value of our services by creating formidable partnerships that will eventually pay off.
Our logistics provision, or the service we provide, is a service with a difference when it comes to safety on the vehicles. We have different modalities in which we are using to manage our safety in terms of transport and ensure that we have zero incidences and accidents on our operations. One of the things that we are doing is through our very active journey management program, or what we call the JMP, where we have the driver is quite very much aware of the journey they are taking long before they take it. The drivers are taken through the routes that they are supposed to be taking, and long before that, as part of the requirement of the JMP, you're supposed to first have completed what we call your pre-journey talks. Pre-journey talks is basically discussing with your supervisor on the things that you're expecting on the journey, talk about the known hazards on that particular road, talk about the known black spots, talk about the change in weather patterns of that particular route that you're selecting, especially when you're doing long distance driving, talk about the road conditions in terms of blacktop and off-road, the preferred speeds in terms of based on the road conditions and the weather. So that is the essence of the pre-journey talks, to ensure that the driver is well much aware of any available hazards. The pre-journey talks also gives the supervisor an opportunity to interact with his driver and at least get to know whether the driver is fatigued, for example, whether the driver is under any sort of medications, and they may not be comfortable to take that particular journey, and so on. So that is the complete interact session that enable us to get to know the preparedness of the driver to take that particular journey. Every morning we have a procedure, what we call a pre-trip inspection, where our drivers are supposed to inspect and check their vehicles mechanically under our preventive maintenance program, where we need to know the mechanical status of the vehicle long before it's put in use. We do not believe in relying on traffic police to identify malfunctioning on our vehicles, or else the breakdowns that could be able to instigate a mechanical check. We always want to do a preventive maintenance so that we can always be sure of a completion of a certain journey that we started in the morning. Some of the other things and some of the other tools that we really put in place when we are offering services includes the in-vehicle monitoring system, that is the IVMS, which is a special tool that we use in the company and is part of the requirement in upstream oil and gas. And we have now introduced it as our normal operation tool. So it doesn't matter whether we are serving an oil and gas company, whether we are serving an ordinary individual from Nairobi, or corporate business, agribusiness, banking sectors, and everywhere else that we might be serving. We have our standards applying across the region or across the service lines that we are offering. So in-vehicle monitoring systems will be able to provide us with things like harsh braking, harsh acceleration, of course through the real-time monitoring system. We have a center that is dedicated for that, with a full-time monitoring, what we call the JMP manager, who monitors and ensures that the vehicles are following the prescribed journey on the journey management. In case they realize any sort of speeding on the journey, in case they realize any stoppage that is unauthorized, the supervisor will go deep into it and know what could be the problem. We always try and correct news and information of what is happening around us and around the routes that we have directed our vehicles into through what we call the program of Duty Incidents Manager. The Duty Incidents Manager is not necessarily somebody from logistics department, rather somebody from the company who is appointed on a certain week to be able to concentrate in correcting information. This in regard to previous experiences with things like strikes, road blockages that will eventually delay the journey, extending the ETAs and ETDs in terms of the client arrival to their destination. One of the other tools that we are using, and we've been really that has been very instrumental in ensuring that we run our operations without any incidents and accidents, is driver training. If you look at the statistics, right from the international level or to the current Kenyan levels of statistics, one of the greatest contributor of accidents in our roads is driver behavior. So our aim of changing the driver behavior on the road through very highly mechanized defensive driving trainings, where we use internationally accredited trainers, and currently using some from UK with already an in-house train the trainer program ongoing, where we are training one of our local Kenyan trainers to achieve the international standards in regard to the training of the drivers. So defensive driving training is where the driver is equipped with very important key decision-making character-wise in terms of how he behaves when he gets on the road. And consequently, they are able to make the right decisions at the right time when they're on the road, especially to change their discipline when they are driving on the road, to change their perception of risks, especially on the road, and avoid making very many human errors that will eventually contribute into an accident. We're trying to check things like violations, which are very common on our Kenyan roads, where we would have our drivers not violating any sort of traffic rules, any sort of common, or what we call common sense rules that influences some behaviors. Like commonly in Kenya, the matatu industry is characterized with this sort of many violations. We are looking at other like behavioral errors that are caused by indiscipline through the drivers, and of course this comes from not having proper motivation, not having proper training. So we have really tried to bridge that gap, and all along it has really worked on our operations in regards to zero LTI achievements.
I welcome you to Royal Oilfield Logistics Services and Supplies. I ask you to partner with us. Let us come and bring our value to your businesses. Let us make you concentrate on your core competencies as we handle whatever that you need to outsource to us. Thank you very much, and thank you very much indeed, and let's partner together and make sure that we excel our businesses. Thank you.